So in this video, I'm going to show you how to work with forms using HTML and JavaScript. So this video, I'll focus on JavaScript. I'll not focus on the styling of the page. So let's get started. So you see, I have this basic HTML code. I have said the form. You see, this is the opening of the form tag. I have said action, so I put a pound sign. I want to stay on the same page. So I added a pound sign or a hashtag, and then I have given it the ID of my form. That's the name of my form. And you see I have a label for the first number, so I just typed num1 there. And you see I have an input type, it's a number, so I'll have a number here. And I have given it an ID of number 1 and a break to go to the next line. So you see it pushes the label, the second label, and the second input below it. So you see this one has the ID of number 2, and I have a button with the type of submit. So whenever I click on submit, it's going to submit it. And outside of the form, you see this is the end of the form tag. I have an age1 element with the ID of result, and I have said total equals to 0. So you see our total will be 0 at the beginning. So that's why I said total equals to 0. I still have the same script file. I have the script.js here, and I have linked it to my HTML. It's right here. So this is still the previous tutorials, everyone. Alright, so now let's go to JavaScript, and the first thing that we're going to do is that we are going to select this form. So to do that, we can say document dot get element by ID, open two parentheses and two single quotes. Now let me zoom in so you can see it better. So you see open two parentheses and two single quotes, and then you add the name of your form. So you see I have given it the ID of my form. So I'm going to copy that from here and paste it there. So I have that there, and I'm going to add a semicolon, and let's put this in a variable. So I'm going to say let my form equals to document that get element by ID my form. So now you see it's inside of this variable. So now let's add an event listener, because we want to see if someone is doing something with our form. So I'm going to say my form dot add event listener, and you open two parentheses. And what is the event? What's happening here? So you see I have a submit button. See, it says button type equals to submit. So it's a submit button. It's going to send this data somewhere. So I'm going to say two single quotes, and I'm going to say submit. So when I submit it, I'm going to run a function. So I'm going to type in the word function and open two parentheses. There's a good thing that you can do is you can add the word event inside of these parentheses. That's a parameter, and you open two curly braces. So now we are going to get the data from our input fields. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say let number1, so number1, that's the name of my first variable, and I'm going to say let number2. So I'll have two variables because I have two input fields. So let number2. So I have declared my variables, and now let's assign a value. So I'm going to say equals to document dot get element by ID, open two parentheses and two single quotes, and let's add the name of the first input field. You see I have given it the ID of number1, so I'm going to copy that and paste it here. And I'm going to do the same thing to the next one. So document get element by ID, open two single quotes, and type in number2. So this is the ID of the second input field. Now, because we are getting the value from these input fields, we can type in dot value. All right, so dot value right after each of them. So this will receive the value and store them inside of these variables. So this one will get the value from the first input field, and it will store it inside of this variable. And this one will get the value from the second input field and store it inside of this variable. All right, so I hope that I'm not going too fast, everyone. Now we are basically ready to print our result inside of this age1. So you see I have an age1 element with the ID of result, and you see the total is 0. You can see it here on the page. So the basic thing that I can do is I can say document.get element by ID, open two parentheses and two single quotes, and I have given it the ID of result. So I'm going to type in result. So .inner HTML, we are going to change the HTML to something, so equals to, and then I think it's a good idea to use the backticks. So I still can say total, just like that. I'm gonna add a colon here, add a $sign. So number one. Oh, what did I do? I forgot the curly braces. So $, curly braces, then the name of the variable. So you see this is number 1. So I'm going to type in number 1 plus $, number 2. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay, and add a semicolon to the end of it as always. You see, this is the code, everyone. If we try two numbers, and if we click on submit, you see it says total is 2 plus 5, and that's not what we want. So instead of doing this, you see I'm doing something wrong here. I should have made it like 1, 1, you see, so we add, let me just get rid of this line for now, sorry. So I'm going still inside of the single quotes or the backticks. So we are still inside of the backticks, everyone. I'm going to say $, two curly braces, and right here we can say number 1, so number 1 plus number 2. Number 2. Oops, what happened? Sorry. Let's zoom out. So number 2. Okay, so you see it says total is 0. If I type in 4 and 7, if I click on submit, it's not 47, absolutely. What is going on? It's not 47. So 4 plus 7 is not 47. So why this is 47? Now, welcome to JavaScript, everyone. Right now it's adding two text values, because by default this value is a text. So now you see it's adding 4 and it's adding 7 next to it. So what should we do to solve this problem? Well, in JavaScript you'll have to basically put these inside of the parse float. So I'm going to type in parse float and open two parentheses. So one over here and one over here. So I close it over here. All right, so parse float, and let's do it for this one as well. Parse float, and this should solve our problem. So now if we type in 4 and 7, it should be 11 instead of 47. And now this is how you work with forms, everyone. So you see we are using a form and we are doing something with the data that we received from this form, and now we can add as many numbers as we want. Could be a huge number, and it's going to add this number correctly. So you see, whatever I type in, my calculation is correct right now. All right, everyone. So in the next video, I'll show you how to do more things with this, because right now you see Like some people may type in something negative or something like that. You see, it still works. But let's say that you don't want to add negatives. Sometimes you maybe don't want a negative or something like that. So I'll show you how to work with conditions in the next video. So I'll pause here, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next videos.